My grandparents bought a 25-acre property here in Arkansas, and it has a ton of problems. The septic system is busted. We had to pour a footing for the house because it almost got washed out and came crumbling down, and a bunch of other problems. And here today, I'm gonna be giving you a tour. First part of the tour is this back field. Most of the property is trees. About I would say 23 acres is trees. Only about 2 acres of this are actually cleared. So this back area here is a great little pasture. We are borrowing that tractor right there. That is not ours. We are borrowing it. But yeah, we have this great little field. And the first thing that my grandfather did, and some of his buddies, including myself, we came out here and we cleared a bunch of trees. So if you look here, there's a bunch of stumps. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one here. So there's a ton of stumps, and we were able to clear a lot of the trees. Now we pretty much only cleared the pine trees. We like the deciduous trees. We pretty much only cleared the pine trees. Some of the pine trees are still in here, but most of what we cleared has been the pine trees. Now this is a little out of order here as far as chronologically and how everything got taken out. But this right here used to be the garden, and it is full of these weird little tree sapling things. So I have cleared out most of this. Full video on this coming soon, but I've cleared out most of this. And actually down here is pretty amazing because I think it looks like daffodils have started coming up. We didn't plant these, but there were so many trees that they couldn't even come up. So we ended up pulling all of these trees. I still have a decent area to do, but it is starting to look pretty decent. Alrighty, and now for 3 big things that happened, I guess kind of 4, was we got 4 of the largest trees on the property taken out. They were all pine trees, and most of them were rather close to the house. This is one of them. The stump is pretty dang big. And as well as that tree right there, there's another one right in front of me that we got taken out. And one of the reasons we wanted to get these taken out was, number 1, they're right next to the house. And number 2, they're next to the pool. This pool, when they first got here, was totally green. And there was frogs living in it. It looks so much better now. It's actually clear. It actually looks like water instead of a swamp. So we didn't want the pine needles getting in the pool, so we got those taken out. And then this right here is another tree we got taken out, and we got 2 more taken out right over there. Alrighty, stump number 1 and stump number 2. This is a little bit of the aftermath of these trees. There's a little bit of the wind. This thing was massive before this, so we've got most of them taken out. The next thing that we've been doing here is we've been putting a bunch of gravel. We've had gravel down here. This part of Arkansas, everything's clay. And if you drive on it after it rains, it just gets wet, wet, wet. So we've been putting gravel out here. This is where a shop's gonna go. This was all trees along here. So we have cleared this out. We're gonna put a big shop back here. Again, we're putting gravel down for the shop foundation to go on, and so you can park back here. We also put some gravel right here so you can also park here. This right here is the wood. A little bit of the wood that has not been chopped, but this is one place we've been stacking it. This is the second wood pile. They've been using a bunch of this wood as well as a bunch of the wood that I have split because the temperatures here in Arkansas have dropped a little recently. Try to find a picture and put some up on the screen, but when we first got here, this place was so overgrown. It looks actually pretty amazing now. The grass isn't knee height. A lot of the grass in here across this whole thing was knee height. This house has been abandoned for a lot of years, and as you can tell, paint just chipped and gone. So it has been a huge job to actually just, number 1, get the house maintained. When they first got here, the water did not work. The power had some problems. And then also, they found that something was digging underneath their house. And then we had a huge rainstorm where we got, I think, about 5 inches. And it washed a bunch of the dirt out under the house. So they had to pour this footing. They got a concrete vibrator vibrated under there so that way their house wouldn't fall down. This is kind of the front of the cleared part of the property. We got a couple trees taken out. We got 1 tree taken out over there. We got another tree taken out right over here. Huge problem that we do have to address is the septic. It is pretty crazy because it is totally broken. The septic system is right over there in the woods. Why they decided to plant so many trees around the septic system is it baffles me, but they decided to do that. So it's probably one of the reasons why it's totally broken. And this right here is the septic system. Pretty broken. As you can see, that one lid is literally falling in. That side is pretty much completely caved in, as well as a bunch of other things here by the 2 big trees. So just to give you a little bit of the lay of the land, the pool is in between me, and then that is like the little like pool house, little pool shed, like gardens right over here. There is the back pasture, this kind of back pasture too. There's a little carport that was left by the previous owner, which is very nice. But yeah, this is the lay of the land. And then there's a little bit more of a front yard out in the front of the house. And this is the front part of the property. The rest of the 23 acres it looks like that. Dense forest. As I said, this property has been abandoned for quite some time, and I will be doing probably another tour here soon-ish, updating you about some of the projects that have been going on. I will try to film some of the projects too, if I'm around to when they happen. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.